Okay, so I'm trying not to be too loud because it's kind of busy. I don't want to tell everybody my business, but yeah, about to do my coaching session with my life coach, Amanda. I'm here at a coffee shop down the street called Dawn. So yeah, I'm gonna knock this little session out. It's an hour long, and then have some breakfast and then go work out. So mixing up some Intra, got my pre-workout mixed up, it's 2 scoops of pump. I drank a small Red Bull and some creatine, 5 grams. Filled up my jug with some water, and then we're gonna do 2 scoops of raw fuel, 25 grams of carbs, has a bunch of electrolytes in it. Very good for this hot weather, even though the gym has AC. That. 2 packets of this Oral-D Pops. Electrolytes. Okay. Honestly, they just taste good, so that's why we do them. Okay. 5 more grams of creatine. Big boy. And then 1 more scoop of pump, just so I can. Just because I can. Boom. Give it a shake. Gonna drink this pre and then head to the gym. That booty. All right, so finally headed to the gym. Layla just hopped on her bike, took off. Mine's like 5 minutes away, so she'll beat me there. But anyway, I recorded yesterday. It was kind of a, I don't even know the word. It was a mess. Microphones going out, storage running out, phone dying, microphones dying, like cutting off clips, not getting good clips. Like, yeah, so it was frustrating. It was my first day back after not working out for 5 days. We basically spent literally like 3 days in bed, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So yeah, it was just kind of getting back in the routine. We ended up going out for breakfast, and I normally don't do that on training days. I like to eat what I like to eat. So it was just a big test, kind of my resolve to get the workout done, and got it done. It was a great workout, great quad session. So I'll record the next one I do there. We've only got 2 weeks left in Bangkok, really more like 12 days now. We're gonna move to Vietnam for a couple of months, and yeah, basically long story short, we found this gym. This girl named Julie, I met her at Muscle Factory a while back. She told me about this. I ran into her randomly after a group class. She was getting her lashes done, and she told me about this gym called Unreal. And yeah, tried it out yesterday. It's awesome. I honestly wish I had been training there the whole time. It is a little far, so the gym that was up here, just up the road, a little 5-minute walk away, was super convenient. It was what I needed at the time. And really, that's what I've learned with life, is just like sometimes you have to do things that you need at the time and see those through. And, you know, when the time comes and you're ready to move on to the next thing, that's when it presents itself. And it just so happened that this was at the end of our stay here, and we didn't get to train there for a long time, but we can apply this just moving forward into wherever we end up next in Vietnam. So yeah, make sure you take things, or be grateful for things, not take things for granted. So yeah, we're headed to Unreal Gym, gonna do a chest workout, and they've got a lot of cool machines. but I'm going to try to keep the variables the same as possible and go from there. So here we go. Okay, thank you. Okay, so made it to Unreal. My warm up was like hanging onto that bike because dude was ripping it, bro. Like I think on one of the straightaways, it took me like 30 seconds to get back to like normal seated upright because I was like leaning so far back from how fast he took off. So anyway, we're here. Unreal again, keeping everything the same as much as possible. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to keep the Smith as my first exercise, incline press as second, pec fly third, decline press or something similar, flat press fourth, and then last another fly at the end, whether cable or dumbbell. And if they have a second machine, we could probably use a second machine as well. So try to keep all the variables the same, try to keep the rep ranges about the same, and then go from there to try to build on it. So I've already done 2 warm-up sets, which are 45, 3 warm-up sets, 45, 45 and 25, and 2 45s per side. And so now we'll do another touch of like 2 to 3 reps with this, hoping to work up to 3 1/4. This Smith machine is a little bit heavier than the other ones that I've been using, but we'll kind of see where we end up. So let's get it. All right, touching this couple reps. I'm messing around with the new tripod setting today, so as if I didn't need more potential problems, but you know, that's just what we do. Try to make things better, work out the kinks. Okay, just talking about being extremely frustrated. Keep recording these shots, and it seems like every top set that I've done lately, like something goes wrong. So again, trying this new tripod and it moves with the frame, and for some reason it didn't record my top set over there, but we did 3 1/4 per side for 12 reps, and then 3 plates per side for 10 on the back off. And now we're going to use this Mimic flex leverage incline. Going to do top set of 8 to 10, back off set 8 to 10, and then move on to some pec fly after this. So just going to touch this a few times, starting with 1 plate and then work up from there. So here we go. Okay, I suspect this will be the last touch set before we work. So I'm just going to try to hit 2, 3 reps, nice and smooth, get a good stretch at the bottom, and press out. Here we go. All right, work set. Let's make sure. Hopefully we don't have any issues with this one, but going for 8 to 10, 2 plates per side on this flex leverage. See what we got. I might reserve this moment to do some talking and then get into the set. So this machine was like, honestly, to me, a little bit better than the flex. Both are heavy, but flex usually hurts my shoulder a little bit whenever I'm digging down toward the bottom. And this one just seems to have a better let off at the top. So it feels heavier where my chest is strongest. So typically, if you think lengthened, strengthened for chest, shortened, it's weakened. So at the bottom, I'm lengthened. It's my stronger position. The weight feels heavier, so it's perfect. And as I move up into a shorter position, the weight tends to like feel lighter, which is really good, biomechanically sound, and it just makes like the strength curve is like perfectly made. So yeah, got 10 reps on the last set, another set of 8 to 10 here. So I'm gonna keep the same weight. I'm gonna try to hit 8, and then if I feel like I can, I'll hit a rest pause to kind of finish up the set if I only hit 8. So that's kind of what it's feeling like it'll be. Is 8 reps, take a little 15-second count, and then hit 2 more to make 10. So here we go. Playing with this tripod, just gonna hope that the rest of these videos turn out really well. But pick fly yesterday in the super best step recordings, I used a max pump gluteator, and it was amazing. I've used some max pump products in the past and didn't like them too much, so um, you know, always keep an open mind, because just like songs or books or stories or people will grow on you, machines can too. So yeah, trying out this max pump pec fly. This is kind of like the volume stretch, push blood into the muscle portion of the chest workout. It works really well for me. So 2 really big, heavy, hard press exercises, a pump, pec fly. Still trying to get to failure on the last set of 12. So working up to set to 12. And then we'll move on and hit a flat press, which will also be a little bit higher reps. It'll be 10 to 15. And then we'll finish off with another pec fly. I think we're going to use a standing one over here. And then we'll hit some press ups. So yeah, again, just touching weights, going set to 12 until I can't hit 12. We're going to start here, see how it goes. Ideally, I would like to keep it to 3 or 4 sets, so we'll see. But yeah, all the same principles on every pec fly pretty much apply. They're going to have different resistance profiles and different places to grab, different lengths of handles. But at the end of the day, it's all the same, right? We're going to lock our arms forward, chest up, keep them as straight as possible on the top end. Soft bend on the back side, get a good stretch, control the stretch, squeeze, control the negative, and then repeat. So that's what we do every single time. Set 2. All right, jumped up 3, little bit more of a jump on this one. See if we can get those well. All right, hopefully last set. Should be the last set. Did another big jump of 3 plates, and just trying to get this last set of 12. If we fall a little short, around 10, perfect. It's kind of where we want to be. And then we move on to the Jim Lico flat press over there. So I've seen people use it before. Sean Clarita. I've seen someone use it before. Sean Clarita. I'm not going to use the flex leverage flat because we already did the incline. So we'll try something different that I haven't used before. So yeah, let's bang this out. We'll move on. Ooh, this is going to be a rough one. Let's get it. You know, I'm one of those people. It's a very toxic trait of mine. They say don't knock it till you try it. I'm so bad about that. I would like to say I'm not a judgmental person, but I absolutely am on multiple fronts. So sorry, working on it. Jimlico used to hate on them so bad because it's just weird. It's I don't know. New things pop up. Some of the machines don't look like they're solid, and I see people use them. And typically when you hire big time names or coaches or whatever to sponsor something, it's like you're having to pay them to tell me it's good, right? So I got to see for myself. And the last couple of days, the Gym Logo hip press, pendulum squat, and the hack, love all three. And then now with this decline press, bro, this is gold. If I could get those 4 units for my gym tomorrow, I totally would, and I would trade pretty much anything to get them. So um, don't knock it till you try it. The max pump, I had tried some of those, so I can knock it all I want. It's only a few of those are really really good. I'll try a few more today, give it more of a run. But Gym Let Go, I like it. So all right, this should be a top set of 12, 10, 15. I'm trying to get around 12 here. I'll go down a little bit on the last one. That was perfect. Gym Let Go decline press. Get drop the weight just a little bit. Hopefully, can hit another 10. And then we'll move on to one more pec fly, a couple sets of triceps, which I'll record today because I never show y'all arms. And yeah, I guess we're gonna go. We definitely need to go shopping, go to dinner at some point. But yeah, first things first. Let's finish this out. All right, so once again, explained it and didn't even record it. So anyway, using a new piece. So just a quick tutorial on it, nothing crazy. These are really simple to use, but they can be pretty scary just because of all the bells and whistles it looks like they have. It's pretty simple. There's a pin here. You pull it. You set this particular part of the machine up to where the two pivot points, and we've talked about these in previous videos. You want the pivot point to line up with your joint. If it doesn't line up widthwise, at least line it up heightwise. And so for me, here's the joint, here's my shoulder. It's pretty dang close, so that's where I set it. There's a second pin that allows you to set the stretch on these handles. So just what I do is I take my arms and I lift, and once I feel like I've got a pretty good stretch in my chest, that's where I know that that's about where I need to set the handles. So one more up would have been a little bit too high. So I choose the next best thing, which is just a little bit lower. And two, whenever I do these, I lean into them just a little bit. So that kind of takes a little bit of the height and adds some more to it. So yeah, core braced in, stomach tight. I don't want to hunch into the movement because then my shoulders start to take over. I want to keep the chest up, lean in, think about driving my elbows together in front of me and squeezing. Good stretch, and then repeat 15 reps here, and then we'll finish off with some triceps. Moving on to triceps, doing this max pump overhead tricep extension. Doesn't require much weight, as you can see. Did the first set 15 reps, going to do two more sets at 15 reps, but very good machine. Has this pedal to bring the handles toward you, and a lot of people will teach this with elbows tucked and trying to extend upward. If you have even a figment of size, you understand how difficult that is with just this whole area being extremely congested. So I always tell people, let your elbows go where they go naturally, stretch to where it feels comfortable, and then try to keep the squeeze in the tricep, which is why these don't necessarily require a lot of weight. So getting into this is still really difficult, but check this out. So my elbows are pointed about 45 degrees, and I try to think about pushing up and back when I extend, not forward, right? So down controlled, don't bounce, good stretch, up and back, repeat. So we'll get 15 of these with that same cadence. I hear a little spring bouncing up and down back there, and I thought that there was like an extra resistance profile to it, but there's not. It's just heavy. All right, boys and girls, last exercise. Tricep extension. Again, I think this is max pump, but it mimics the MedX tricep extension. So basically, there's a pad back here that I think on the MedX is supposed to be for your elbows. I don't know whose elbows are that freaking long that they reach back there. So basically, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mimic this as a uh, hybrid tricep extension dip. So take both handles and then just hand on top. Got the shoulder pads on my shoulders, and then just going to extend down and squeeze. So a dip, your elbows would probably tend to flare out a little bit more. You can keep them more tucked, but this just has more of like an arcing extension um, profile to it. So gonna hit high reps here as well. Try to get 20. We'll see. One more round, 20 to finish off. The sky looks really pretty. Cutie. Where's we going? 7-Eleven. To get some shakes. Okay, so already drank one of these, an apple. Then we're gonna go do some shopping. Okay, so we're doing some shopping. We kind of walked here, it wasn't too far from the gym. It's probably about a 10-minute walk after 7-Eleven, kind of split it in half, so that helped. But we're at Muji right now. So basically, Layla's trying to find some tops, I don't even remember. And for me, I'm trying to find a couple of oversized t-shirts I can mimic for NTNT brand. So yeah, Zara had a nice one that I liked. Uniqlo, it's okay. I mean, excuse me, Muji, it's okay. We're actually looking for Uniqlo, and then we're gonna hit Aloe after, and then we're gonna grab dinner here. Bibimbap again, it's our favorite, so we eat the same thing like all the time. So yeah, gonna keep looking, and I'll hopefully show you guys what we find and get. Because it's so cold here. Oh yeah, our favorite baby mom. Don't know what that is. There's usually pickles right there. That's a no. Best thing on the plate. Fish sausage. All right, so we just finished up dinner, and this is like the kind of the backside of the EmQuartier that we always come to for dinners. But they've got this nice little market here in the outside area, and then there's a bunch of cute little restaurants out here. This one's called Dark, and then of course there's a grocery store right across the way too. So it's just really cool, fun time, good vibes all the time, always. Let's go. Sophie, come on. I figured. What is that? Angel juice.
Madam, you want change? You want change?